Hello everybody and welcome back. So today we are going to do another flight on FS Economy, but today we have an interesting set of passengers. So we're going to pick up 11 passengers and quite a bit of fuel. We're gonna go with, let's see, 200 gallons will give me roughly 2 hours of flight at 150, so I probably only need 150, but we're gonna calculate. So we're gonna figure roughly 150 miles per hour. We're only doing 65 miles, so 65 over 150, that's going to be roughly half an hour. We burn 70 an hour, and we want that 96 gallon reserve. So we need at least 126. We'll go with 150 pounds of fuel, just to keep that extra. Seems like a great idea. And fuel price is okay. We're going to fill to 150 gallons. Refuel. So we're going to pick up 11 Grand River Aviation passengers. So the flight plan is put in there. We have 65 miles to go. At roughly 50, we'll put in all the rest of our information. We want to set our altitude. We're only going to go up to, let's make it 4,000 feet. We really don't need to go too high. TTG. Alright, I don't know what TTG is, but we want wind. Wind is 18 knots. Okay, we want to probably go up to 8,000 feet. 8,000 will be good. So, we're set for 8,000 feet. We don't want the V-locator, we want GPS. We don't care that the nav's out of date, because we're good. Alright, that is probably the worst place I've ever seen them put a light. But we are completely set, so we're going to do 1 notch of flaps. We are very full, very heavy, so we want all the runway we can get. So, that's 1 notch of flaps, props, mixture, start flight. We have 11 assignments loaded. Autopilot disengage. Flight director on. We want to do an instrument airspeed climb at 109 knots, which is our blue line. So, IAS to 109 knots. And we are sitting pretty. A lot of feathers on, auto ignition on, and then normal ignition off. The controls are all good. Let's sync the props, it'll sound a little better. And let's take off. So we have passengers loaded, full throttle, go. We're going. We're going. Stay on the middle. And 80 knots, rotate. Positive rate, gear up. She is fat and heavy today. Ooh, don't overpitch. Putting the flaps up. We'll do a little bit of hand flying for fun. We want navigation on as well when we kick in the autopilot. We do want to intercept that line. So you see navigation, instrument airspeed, those guys are all armed. We're going to autopilot. It's going to pick up this line. Pitching for 109 knots, roughly. Gear and flaps are all the way up. And we are climbing. So, staying ahead of the aircraft, we want to look down here and see we are going to KBTR. KBTR, we're going to do the approach, the ILS for runway 13. And yeah. Flight plan. It's 61 knots to go, or 61 miles to go. When we hit 50, we will engage the instrument approach. We're actually only going to climb up to 5,000 feet. There's no real reason to go all the way. 5,000 feet. Go based on instruments, airspeed, 109 knots. And we'll stay here for a minute. Pretty decent clouds today, not too low. Hopefully we don't hit them. Wow, that is a phenomenal climb rate, but it's also gulping fuel. We're only 1,000 feet from there, so we're gonna drop it to 300 pounds per hour. Drop the prop RPM to 19. Keep the fuel flow at 300 pounds per hour per engine. And that just dropped us, not bad, 1,200 feet per minute. Yeah, 1,200 feet per minute. Pretty darn good, but it's also leveling off. So, we just keep all the settings there. Yep, we keep those there. Everything is set, prop mixture, it's playing with the trim, throttles, lights are good, we don't have to worry about ice right now. We do want to get ATIS. So ATIS at our destination is 125.2. Grr. Not all my accessories are working. Don't come on. So we just power cycled all the accessories. They're all coming back up nicely, I hope. Good-ish. They're all kind of coming up. So we need to tune ATIS to 125.2. So we're going to go over here to 125.2. And when we hit 50 miles, that'll tell us quite a few things. Fuel flow is good. Our prop is good. Torque is kind of nice. Engine temperatures are good. We are good across the board. 53 miles. Tune in ATIS. When that comes on, we will start planning where and how we're going to land. That is a gigantic tailwind, 26 knots. Impressive. That's going to make this a really short journey. So that doesn't look incredibly good. It's a little hazy. Yeah, it's very hazy. Don't know why. Okay. Everything is good. Nearly to where we want to be. We're going to need that up. The airplane's basically flying itself at the moment. We are going to Baton Rouge. Technically, 20 miles you're supposed to call them. Someday. There we go. Jeez. 3058. Wow. Snowing? 5,000, 5,000, 9,000. -3. Wow. 3058 is huge. 31 and 04. So we want to change. Alright, we have X-ray, so we're going to take off on, or we're going to land on, what do we want? Procedure, select approach, ILS for, RNAV for 3-1? It was 3-1, right? 3-1, or 04. So, let's do the RNAV for 3-4 vectors. Actually, we're going to go activate that because we're pretty close. Activate leg. What's the flight plan look like? 58 miles out. So we're going to go out here, meet up there, turn around, come back in, and if we miss, we've got to hold back there. Alright. Yeah, with the winds the way they are, we don't really want to be landing to the south because that'll be a gigantic tailwind. We're going to be hitting IMC soon. Not great, but workable. Oh, we want the tail flood on. That way everybody can see it. Okay. Ground speed 226. Jeez, guys, we're not even full throttle. I think if we actually firewalled the throttles, we'd hit our VNE, which is speed to never exceed, because things will die. Stuff starts falling off the airplane. So we have 14.5 minutes. Let's plan our descent. So the procedure for the RNAV on 3-1, 3-1 right? 3-1 right. I'm going to pull it up on my other screen. We want to be at FDAD. Wrong one. Wait. We want to be FDAD at, what do we want? 2,100 feet. You can go negative? Neat. Alright, 2,100 feet, MSL, vertical speed, we're going to descend at 700 feet per minute. And we got 10 minutes until then. So, I will see you guys in 10 minutes. For now, enjoy the quick time lapse of clouds. Lots of clouds. And snow. It's snow? Really? We have snow? Alright, let's see if there's any clear... Whoa. Oh boy. We are just on the bottom of clouds. This is a terrible place to be. I mean, with snow, I guess it's not terrible. But that's not going to be fun to fly through. It is hazy. It is cloudy. We are running an instrument procedure. Interesting line. Apparently it's a descending cloud. Oh boy, do we want to get above this? Make for a smoother ride. So now we're going to start worrying about ice because it is super cold. So, windshield anti-ice, high, prop on. I don't know if those are dumping or not. Stall warning, pitot tubes. We don't need to vent fuel, nor do I think we will need to. For some reason these are down for high and up for off. Oh, there's low. Alright, we'll keep it at low for now. Props on, surface de-ice single, which is just a boot that expands. Oh boy! We're gonna have to actually watch for ice. If we start getting ice on the wing, we're gonna have to de-ice it. Oh boy, that's snow. boy. 7 minutes. I've been blabbering. Alright. We will see you in a minute. Enjoy the snow. Alright, time to descend to targets. We're descending to 2,000 feet, pulling back on the power. We descend about 2,000 feet a minute. Or 200 knots, sorry. Yeah, we really don't want to be landing going the other way. We are descending to targets. Very slowly. 700 feet per minute, which is what we kind of wanted. It's a little quick, but there's our 1,000 feet to go. And we are coming up on our intersection. We have almost 2 minutes left. So when we approach our turn, we shall slow down, like a lot. Almost at altitude as well. I think this is AGL. So we are 2,400 feet AGL. I think we can see out there. Yeah, it looks about right, 2,400 feet AGL. So hopefully that's an AGL indicator. We are coming up on our turn, so we want to pull those throttles way back. Because we have a gigantic tailwind that's going to be super ballooned when we make that turn. We're going to watch it down here. 700 feet per minute. Just hit our altitude. We're going to stay at 2,000. We are slowing down. Ideally, we want to go about 160 is good. When we make that turn, though, we're going to need a lot of throttle. Going against is going to be exciting. So, yeah. And making the turn in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Did not like the amount I pulled the throttle back. Turning around, you went left. Why did you go left? Now you're going right. I think the GPS is confused. Ground. It is bumpy. Let's grab ATIS again. Because it is... Oh, geez, it increased again. 3062. These guys are in for one heck of a storm in real life. 10 knots, gusting 17. I like to... Stall speed's going to be somewhere around 100. It's going to be somewhere around 100. We have a 7 knot gust, so we want to add half that to our approach speed. So we're going to add 4 to be on the safe side, so we're going to be going about 104 on approach. That should do it. Alright, we are below the glide path, which is good. It is snowing. No ice that I can see, which is pretty much the only way to tell if there's ice. We've got all the anti-ice equipment that we need on. And we are 5 miles out from Nuda. We really need to get some more throttle in there. Yeah, because our ground speed's only 130 knots. Not the speediest with everything going on. Because that gigantic 15 knot headwind, which is going to become a crosswind, ooh. Where's that coming from? 350 at 10, gusting 17. Oh boy, we're landing 3-4. So no matter which runway we take, we're going to have to land in a crosswind. Turning to match that guy. Oh boy, it is really coming down out there. How bad is the snow? We have X-ray. Says snow. Visibility 6 miles, so we should be able to see okay. We're supposed to write all that stuff down. I didn't, in case you didn't notice. So we're doing 179. A little quick, we can definitely cut down on that. We are on the approach, just now coming in there. In a minute, we will be on a 5-mile final. Yep, that'll put us on a 5-mile final. Just continuing as we are. So, in 4.2 miles at Nuda. I don't know. Jeez, it's hard to see out there. This is going to be exciting. We are going to extend gear flaps and way decrease our speed to approach. And we are almost on the glide slope. I've got to be honest, I've never landed in the snow before. Never. Speed's not quite decreasing as quick as I thought it would. We're at 50% throttles right now. Is that the runway? That is the runway. On glide path. This is going to be exciting if this is how bumpy it is. Betcha the passengers are getting sick. Oh boy. Well, now we wait. We're doing 150 ground speed, which is ideally what I'd like. And we're gonna slow down this time with a little bit of extra padding. We'll hit blue line. Direct in 12 seconds, which means in about 12 seconds we want to start slowing down for approach. At 150 knots airspeed, we will. There we go. So we are now on 5-mile final. Weather's technically meeting minimums. We're at 1,600 feet AGL. That's 150. We will drop gear. It does not like my revs. We will increase prop mixture. And we will maintain that 109 knots. Oh boy, she's gusting. Oh wow. This is going to be one of the sportier landings we've ever done. Flaps, 1. Because of how much... Ooh, whoa, whoa. That grabbed a whole lot of my airspeed. So because of how much that grabbed, we're just going to do flaps 1. We really don't need it. Because our ground speed is super, super low. Oh boy. So we're going to let this fly it in most of the time, because I'm going to screw it up if we let me fly it. So we'll get to within about a mile, and then I'll disconnect. That I can hand fly it now, and we can laugh it all the way in. Alright, once I get speed settled, then we will do it. We will kick off the autopilot and hand fly this puppy all the way in. Because I don't know if you noticed, but the vertical speed is all over the place. The autopilot's having trouble just getting in here. We're going way too quick. Not way too quick, but we're going quick. Alright. That's close enough. My airplane. Ooh, she's gusty. We're now low. Come back up on glide path. Not too high. Gotta watch that airspeed too. Alright, gear down, flaps down, props mixture. We are good. Don't want to descend too far. Gotta come up a little. We're slightly low. It's a big runway. As it keeps getting bigger, I keep getting a little more excited. Alright, everything is set for this landing. We are surprisingly lined up. I like it. We are probably at minimums, so continuing. Oh boy, that got exciting there. There's snow on the runway. Sweet. Crossing the threshold, power completely back. Flare. Oh, just goosed it in. We're just gonna let it roll out. Get back on center line. Autopilot auto disconnected. I haven't even had to use any rudder or anything else, or any braking. Maybe I should have, because that looked like our best taxiway there. Now we're gonna have to go all the way up there. So that headwind has slowed me down this far. It says we're doing 45 knots, but we have a 14 knot headwind, so we're really only doing 40. Which is really slow in this airplane. Flaps are up. I'm gonna pull up a quick chart. That looks like our taxiway that we want. That definitely is, so we just landed that way. So this is taxiway Juliet. So we're gonna let ground know we are at Juliet. We're gonna taxi. Oh, I don't know. Ooh, hello. That was a nice gust of wind. Stop, please. It doesn't want to stop. It's icy. Alright, we're gonna shut down here just so we can disconnect the peoples. Oops, forgot the battery. Battery. Finish the flight. Heh. Yeah. Still 102 gallons, so we used 50 gallons of fuel. Not bad. Flight time, 33 minutes. That was pretty good. So we're going to kick on the igniters. Way too... Don't hot start. Bouncing the ITTs all over the place. There we go. Whew. Okay, managed to avoid a hot start. That was exciting. We are full on the brakes and still wanting to go everywhere. So I've got a little map. We're going to taxi the terminal. So taxi via Bravo and Sierra. What is Sierra? Oh boy. That's taxiway Bravo that we're on now. We're going with snow. Do you guys see this? Snow! They even have snow fences. Actually, that's jet blast, so it sends it up. But, oh boy, that's exciting. We're going really fast now. Going the other way? Not so fast. Going this way? I'm full on the brakes, and we're hardly slowing down. I'm gonna have to ride the brakes just to keep at this speed. Wow. That's a pretty serious wind. And our next flight is going back where we just came from in the same weather with a headwind. This is gonna be like an hour. Alrighty. Anybody see an open gate? There's an open gate. We're gonna take that gate. Just because we can. So this is real world weather, so if you guys live up here, stop! I had to use reverse thrusters just to get us to stop. Alright, we are going to shut down here. That was kind of amusing. But it's snowing. Surprisingly enough, we're right where we should be. Cool. Well, if you guys live all the way up here, where are we? In Minnesota, I think? Are we in Minnesota? No, we're in the south. It's snowing down south? This is like Alabama. Could be Alabama or Mississippi. Wow, you guys are getting some weird weather. Anyways, thank you guys for joining me. That was a lot of fun. I never landed in the snow before, and that was kind of exciting. If you'd like, join me next time because we're doing this exact same flight in reverse. So we have to go against the headwind in all the snow. So we're going to be flying way lower. We need to make sure we keep minimums so that we can make it to an airport if we lose engines, which is not good because there's nothing between here and there. Oh boy. Alright, you guys will have to join me to see how that goes. You never know, something exciting might happen, like I might shut down the engines again. But we will see you guys later. Thank you for joining me, and we will see you later.